Good morning, church. Welcome to another Daily Hope. My name is Brewer, and I work with the high school students here. So I have a question for you. Have you ever been in a situation where you asked God why you were walking through that? Why that was happening to you? Or maybe where he was in the midst of a hard or painful or confusing situation? Well, you're not alone. In fact, Micah is reminding the Israelites here in Micah chapter 6 of God's faithfulness in the past, even if it seems hard to find him now in the midst of their current situation. Something that I love about the Christian faith is that we can look back in time and history to see how faithful God has been, right? Even if you don't feel like you can look back in your own specific life and see where God has been good or faithful in the past, which if that's where you are right now, I actually challenge you to go back, look back at your life and ask the Lord to give you eyes to see where he has been in the past, where he has protected you and come through for you and been good and faithful. But even if you don't feel like you can look back in your specific life, you can go to scripture always and look back and see how God has been faithful over and over and over again, right? Bringing his people out of slavery, out of Egypt to the promised land, letting them cross, walk through the Red Sea and the Jordan River on dry ground because he held the water back so they could cross, sending manna from heaven to provide for them when they were in the desert, wandering, bringing water out of rocks to provide for his people, sending rain in extreme drought, right? God has always been faithful, even when his people haven't been. He is faithful. But even when we've strayed or fallen into this victim mentality, like why me, or why is this happening to me, or something of that nature, something that I love about the Lord is that he makes it so easy to come back to him. He doesn't require extravagant sacrifices or offerings to make us right with him. He actually gives us a really simple roadmap of what he requires, and it's in Micah 6:8. And it says, "This is what I require of you, to do the right thing," or seek justice in some translations, "to love mercy and walk humbly with your God." So find freedom today, friends, that God has not abandoned you in your trouble or pain, even if it seems like he's nowhere to be found, because we can be confident in who he is, because he doesn't change. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And it's easy to feel like we're alone sometimes, but remember that our feelings alone are not something to rely on, especially when they contradict Scripture, especially when Scripture says something different. So know that God isn't looking for perfection in how we relate to him. He's not asking for crazy out there rituals to get back to him. All he asks of you is that you do the right thing. Now, not based on if other people are doing the right thing or not, right? This is about you, just you specifically. All he asks is for you to do the right thing, to love mercy and how you relate to yourself and those around you, and to walk humbly with your God, remembering and acknowledging that he is the king, that he is the one in control, that we are to surrender our plans for his kingdom story, and that he has not abandoned you. Go in peace today, friends. See you soon.